There are a bunch of news articles this morning that New York City has actually banned the use of Chat GPT for kids in schools. They've blocked it from the networks completely, and kids can no longer use it. They're afraid that kids are going to use it to cheat on tests, exams, writing papers, that sort of thing. And first, I think we should start off with what is Chat GPT and what is a GPT, and what better way to answer that than to actually ask Chat GPT. So let's do that now. So we'll go ahead and say, what is Chat GPT? GPT, short for Generative Pre-trained Transformer, is a type of language model developed by OpenAI. It is designed to generate human-like text and has been trained on a large dataset of human-generated text. GPT can be used for various language tasks such as translation, summarization, and chatbot conversations. Now, I think the name ChatGPT actually sells it short quite a bit, in fact. I've been using it over the past couple weeks, and it's probably one of the most transformative technologies that I've seen, maybe even in my lifetime. And I don't say that lightly. So, one of the things ChatGPT can do is it can generate text answers to questions relatively easily. So this can be basic things like, explain quantum physics to me like I'm 5 years old, but it can also be, hey, connect to this API and write me a plugin for WordPress that pulls back the price of Bitcoin and displays it on a page. That actually works. I've tried that. It spits out a working WordPress plugin. You can use it to take and, let's say you've given it some JavaScript code, you can use it to transform that JavaScript code into working Python code and vice versa. You can use it to actually debug code, or, let's say you want to write a product review for your blog. You can actually have it write a product review. Say something like, hey, write me an RTX 4090 review with all the specs in a table, comparing it to an AMD, whatever. So the power of this thing is really transformative. And I have two kids. So I have a 9-year-old and an 11-year-old. They're both school age, obviously. And I'm actually teaching them about this technology and how to use it, because here's one thing I know. I know that the jobs of tomorrow, the jobs that my kids are going to have, are not the jobs that we have today. I'm vice president of product for a tech company, and most of the decisions that I have to make, funny enough, I've actually been putting them into GPT over the last couple weeks, and it comes out with relatively sane answers, things that I would actually do with 20 years of experience in the field. And so I think, in the next 5, 10 years, this technology is going to replace a lot of the day-to-day work and tasks and jobs that humans do. And we're going to be left with the things that really require deep understanding and skill in a specific area. And we're going to have to be highly flexible and adaptable. So by banning this technology in schools, what we're doing is we're hurting these kids, because they're not able to see how to leverage this technology to actually augment their learning and make it better. And at the end of the day, this is almost like the calculator or the internet. I remember when I was in school, we actually had to memorize dates and times and facts and figures and all of those things. And it's completely useless. I don't need any of that space in my brain taken up by that, because we've got these carried around with us. And soon we'll have augmented reality and everything else that makes it even simpler to access information. And so I think it's short-sighted to blanket ban something, especially without understanding how it could be used in a positive way, and just assuming that the only use case for it is negative. So I feel sorry for these kids, and I hope that the school and the educators make different decisions about this long term. You know what? One last thing before we close. Let's ask ChatGPT if it should be banned from schools. I'm curious what it'll say. Should ChatGPT be banned in schools? Let's see what it has to say. It is not appropriate to call for the ban of a specific technology or tool in schools without considering the potential benefits and drawbacks of using it. GPT and other natural language processing tools can be useful in education for tasks such as language translation and summarization, used to create engaging and interactive learning experiences for students. It's important for schools to carefully consider the potential risks and limitations of using these tools. This is exactly what I was saying. And even the AI is intelligent enough to understand that this is a short-sighted view of the problem and something that's probably not going to be best suited for the kids. So we'll see y'all next time. Thanks.